This podcast is sponsored by Crypto University. Yes, it's a whole university of cryptocurrency. Go to cryptouniversity.network and learn how to invest or trade in cryptocurrencies or NFTs and change your life. So use the link in the description of this video for benefits when you sign up.
Welcome to this podcast today. It's another Tuesday, 3 p.m. as usual. And I'm here. My name is Dennis. Probably you're now getting used to me, to the face on this podcast. And today I've got a very, very, very interesting guest that I'm going to be chatting with. And she has got a very interesting story. And this podcast is about stories. Why we're here is about conversations and sharing stories that people have that they want to share with you, and sometimes just to speak out about some things that they're going through or they went through or things that they aspire to do, things like that. Like I said in the last podcast, we're going to be changing things a little bit time and again on this podcast. So it's not going to be the same things that have been there. We have been doing the Friday Live with McDonald, which is the one that we're co-hosting, and we have had the interviews. Now we are trying to get all your feedback into this show. And as part of that, we're introducing another host on this show. For now, you'll not see her, but she's here. Her name is Brigida Flau. She's a very good friend of mine. Crazy that everybody is a good friend of mine. But yeah, Brigida is somebody that I've known, very good with media, and she is part of a project that's called Fact Checker Malawi, of which I was also part of, and that's the reason she's on this show. We don't want to come here and speculate things. We don't want to come here and parade rumors. So Brigida is going to be on this show to make sure that she has got all the facts of what we're talking about. If somebody comes here, if we're talking about a specific topic, she's going to be the one telling us the facts as they were reported, as they were written, or as they are. So welcome everybody to a big welcome to Blakjack Flow on podcasts. Talking about my guest today is somebody who has an interesting story. I'm gonna hear about this story as well here. Her name is Tisu.
Tisu.
Tisunge.
You can call me Mtisunge.
Mtisunge.
Yes, but you can call me Tisu, Tisunge, Sunge. You choose.
All right. So the choice is yours. So for my sake, I'm gonna call her Tisu, the way I usually call her.
Right.
Welcome to podcast, Tisu.
Thank you, Dennis.
Great. This podcast, I know you have watched some of our episodes here.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's about stories. And I know you from our conversation that we had that you have got a very interesting story. And I said, let's chill. Let's have a conversation and share your story. So to begin with, tell us, Tisu, where do you start? Where were you born? And yeah, school, things like those.
All right. I was born in 1997.
97?
Yeah, 97.
Okay, so you're not AMA 2000?
No, I'm not. Do I look like one of those? No.
No, these days you can tell. You can tell if we muntu wankulu. So, but then again, they look young. But then I get Yana.
They look.
Like you go like, yeah. So
Exactly.
you look a bit young.
All right.
Yeah, I know people would think I'm 2000.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was born in Dor. Yeah, like my parents, I think they moved from Chitipa to Dor. And I got like 10 years. I can't really tell it was when. And yeah. But then I was born there in 97, like and then I started my primary school in Dor. It was class 1 and 2. I think, yeah. And then we moved from Dor. I went to Zomba with my dad, leaving my mom there. From Zomba, Zomba nayo Zomba we're staying kumatawali, so napuza chikamveka. That's class 3. I don't know. Singakumbukire. So yeah. From there we came here. So
Lilongwe.
yeah, Lilongwe.
Okay.
Sinakago 36, 23, Ndapuza, Microtech, Hilos. Yeah, I was just mentioning the names because my class is Nendiwara. From there, we moved to Branta. Branta Nafika Fago. Yeah. I was in class 5 pa government school. Yeah, in Chilomoni. So we have stayed from 2005 till 2020. So you can see, like over 15 years. Am I right? Yeah. So that's it.
Okay. Where did you do your secondary school?
In Form 1, Njuchi Sapi. Form 2, I went to Target. From 3, I went to Maranatha.
Why were you moving that much? What was it? Like primary school already, my schools are many chule. There are like too many schools.
In standard 8, na imbira Providence. So I think na misa Providence. So Providence na pisa pass. Yeah. Ndima kwaza wambiroko, and then I became nautic kumapeto kuja. So I got a pass, and my mom was like, no. You wait till maybe something happened. You don't deserve this. I mean, no. I deserve this. Yeah. So I didn't pay Malo Chisabi. Chisabi from 1. Yeah. I think I was among the youngest because it was me and the other guy. Yeah, we were the youngest by then. So with my friends. We went out. Yeah. Kukamwa on our way back. So all my friends and Mrs. Chira said you went up and experience. I want to set an example. When you go to school, you were among the like bright students in class. So ngenda just say, well, I can do that. So I go home, like, my parents were married, right? Yeah. So from there, and dinapita no, because then did 2. I think did 2 tango yamba. So I had to go to Target, kasku go endera. And my so kutindikala mbele ku Chisapi. So after exams, I remember from 3, I think. Yeah, from 3 in a bit of Maranatha. That's Maranatha yaku Machinjili, Girls Academy. I just said good many. So now I Chukayamba now. I went there from 3. So yeah, I went there. I think the only thing that I remember is that I don't remember how in what happened. I just remember that I was suspended thrice, and when I got home, I remember somebody's here. I was young, so then because I remember the 3rd time I went home and I was with Big Brother, so I was like, let me just stay. This was like Big Brother. I want to go to school. I was tired, like going to school and this kind of thing. So I was like, no, I will stay, and then I stayed. Bye. I don't know. And then I went to Zimbabwe. I'm confused.
You have been to too many schools, right?
I was also here to St. Peter's. St. Peter's, right?
Yeah.
I got there. But I didn't like Mina Makalila because I was shocked kufika, and then they're telling me kutu zipanga share a bed ndi muntu ina. Why would you share a bed with somebody? So that thing to me, it was so awkward. I had to go back home. Like nango kala a week, and I had to go back. There's so many schools. I'm even lost. Yeah. So my first MSc I did at Zingwangwa Secondary School. Yeah. I think it should be in 2015. Yeah. After that, I think I stayed. Was it a year or 2? If not 3. And then I think a year. I Target. I'm lost. Yeah.
Okay.
Then that's it.
All right. Yeah. It looked like you've done too many schools. My interest, I think, in your story is how you grew up. How do you define how you grew up? When you look at yourself, because I think you were young in schools, you're talking about being suspended 3 times in secondary school, being expelled in another school.
Yeah.
For the people that are watching, I think some of them could relate to that story. Like, okay, I personally, I think was suspended only once when I was in school. But I've got a friend who was suspended in every year in secondary school, like 4 times.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, when I met Karimba Maeso, he was on an indefinite suspension and he just came to write. And for him, he was like it was a troublemaker. But at home, he was my close friend. At home, he was a very good child. when you look at your life, were you a troublemaker, or why do you think that kept happening?
Okay, so I grew up in a family whereby I think as a family, Tibango come about fees and maybe investments. We never had that time of mapanga share like knowing each other. You see? So I never had that opportunity of expressing myself. Like maybe I'm going through something. Cindy cannot talk with my sister and my brother. It was that thing of you eat at the dining table, you're talking about that, you're watching TV, and then maybe you're going to the lake during holidays and all that. You see? So in Pita school, I was like, oh, so people have fun. You see? Because the fun that Mazwene was playing games, at home, maybe doing some stuff, but then like in a place whereby I would sit with my friends and talk and have fun. I never had that chance, you see. So going to school, I was like, oh, so people go out, people do this. Like, and some are going at 12 midnight, akucheza. To me, I was like, wow, this is life. So at home, I can't say I could in a fight. No. Komano, because I never had that platform with my friends, you get it? So I can't say I could have my parents were shocked. No. Amazoa Guji, Chiswi is naughty, Yeah, so I think I can say that. Most of the times when I was at school, sangara. You think? You see? Yeah. I would have friends where we would sit down and talk about maybe silly stuff and everything. And everything about life, Nimakazinvira maybe kwa azizanga. Yeah, sure.
How many people are in your family? And what's the composition of your family? How is it?
We were 4. Unfortunately, the firstborn died in 2017. So now with me, we were 3 ladies in 1 guy. So now we're 2 and 1 guy. Yeah, the guy is the second born, and then my sister, and then me.
You're the last born.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So you in your explanation you said Zimzambiri mazone ya school, which is I think mostly I think there are these dynamics when you're in a family. But I think there are differences in how people grow up. So you said, when you have conversations in your family, those school fees, investments, why were things like that? And what would you have wanted the conversations to be as a family? Do you think there was something that was missing? What's the story there?
Yeah, to me, yeah. Because I've always wanted that family whereby you would sit like how I told you in the first place. Like you'd go to your mom and just tell mom like, Mom, maybe I'm not okay, But then I think it was that family whereby you wake up in the morning and then I ask you like, are you okay? You say I'm okay, They expect you to tell them you're okay because waduka. You see, if they see you in bed, I'm not fine. Like. You see? Exactly. Not goody, I'm stressed, Because growing up, the society, pressure comes from, you go through a lot. Yeah, so I never had that opportunity. So in Mafuna, at that point whereby I would say, like, my brother, like, wachoka to school. I don't remember sitting down with my brother and having that chat. Patali, as in going in town with my brother, the way people do. With my sister, we never had that chance. It was like my red sister and I'm my mount. So like just holidays akutaniso akupita. Yeah. The only time mendu kumbukira kuti would spend time as in that quality family time. It was kalikale and it would go maybe to the lake tili ana oti sindingafune so that deep conversation, Komano that time maybe I'm 15, not 15. 11, 12 going up, I don't remember having that family chat.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I think from when I've known you, this is not too long ago. I think we have had conversations, and most of the conversations are the ones that actually prompted me to say, can we do a podcast? Because I think you speak some things that I have gone through some of those, but I've never had courage to speak them to people or to have a conversation with that. And I think for the people that are wondering, okay, who is this person? I know everybody comes on this podcast as far as they have an interesting story, a story that when we share it and we talk about it, other people would relate to it, would learn from it, and all that. From my meetings with you, I think we've been talking a lot issues about maybe stress, anxiety, and probably depression, things like that. And for me, when I knew you, when I was introduced to you, there's this girl, Aguera. I was introduced to you by Blakjack. And it was like, there's this girl, Aguera. We've been having these conversations because she's going through some things. All right. And I was like, okay, what things? And then when he's like, I think we'll have conversations together and we can learn from her and see how we can have these conversations and see what can we change from there. And when he says, this girl, and when you came, we started having conversations. Like, this is like a very bubbly, like, I didn't hear anything like that. Like, I didn't see that. Like, what stress are we talking about? Because when we met, it was like a very fun vibe. We had a vibe, like, and I was like, okay, are we waiting for somebody else? I mean, I'll wait some kind of like, or it's the same person. And that, like, it was the thing that, like, attracted me to, like, can I have more conversations with you? You stay in Area 10, you stay with your parents. And the stories that I heard with the person that I met were different.
All right.
Yeah. Why is that so? Because Menika Uvera.
All right.
What's the story?
And then the whole story. Okay, so it's a very long story, but then I'll try to make it short.
Let's break it down into better pieces where we can, like, just understand.
Exactly. Okay, so let me start with this. Like I said, I grew up in a family where City Makambia and my issues, I mean, right? Yeah. So in Dakulano, I'm now dating like that stage. Yeah. I remember I was close to this guy. He's now in Durban. His family is in Chileka.
Okay.
And he's here. So no need to mention his name. We were close. We were in dating. Yeah. So, school, since I was primary school, now let me take you back a bit. Now we could do Peter, so school ya bomb, right? Timaja para. But then my friends, I was like, when I put up under sugar. But then my mom would pack sugar, Nesquik, that thing. So you go to school, your friends, agree on para sugar, where you have milk and I don't know if I'm making sense, So it was that thing whereby lunch each other would give you drama, always cooking for you and all that. You get to school and that's kind of then umakanga kuti uli mukaseko kaweka. See? So for me to fit in, I remember telling my mom kuti in the verse, I want you to go Sophia one part. You know that thing? Then her manager because makaya kuti mina it's called nde amakuturusa mabala. So for you to get home, you want to fit in, you get it. So it was that thing, primary school, Peter, and come secondary school. Chisabi so chisabi my levels are yeah, that thing. And then the Peter go target. I met that friend. So that also never gonna win. But then he was staying with his aunt, Anna Marida. Yeah. So he used to tell me, like, katenge kwanu chakoti, in a feel out this guy, deep down his heart, I might mamujira and kazi. You get it? I mean, I was like, I don't care. So long as they have to school, I get that company and all that. It was him and his sister, that thing. But so they were telling me, Mina, ndipita go guja, agrees and I would tell Tiso katengezi into car. That thing? And we just the whole family. I'm just Tisu.
Okay, so let's set the record straight for the people that are watching us. We would say you grew up in a well-to-do family. You like your levels, you had access to things that, like, most of your friends didn't have access to.
Yeah, I can say, no, should I say, no? I think Leech is not, I go away. But then I can say, good, this is not going to go ninja.
Okay.
Did you get it? Yeah, Ndinama. It's not that family whereby, I can say, good, I had everything that I wanted. Komano, I can say, good, level yao. amakwanisa. Like, we were good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's continue with that story.
Okay, so I remember that time, this other day, he came with his friends, because I know that's like a umenya. He took some pints, and then I should pay for him. So, bas. Natenga ndama kampasa. It was on Sunday. Nikazura wa kunama. Abanga noti kakazuja ndikamutengera ndama. Kuli kazu naketi manjira wakati pasanda matipila kuti ntaya magai. So nampasa ndama ichi. Nikachira zuwa kuti uya muna ngati amandijira. But then to me, you know, kupeleka, I started ndile wangono, right? I had that thing of, okay, ndimangupasa. Like, I don't care having 1,000, kumpasa nzanga 5,000. So long as 5,000 kwa ye ila mtandize. You get it? I don't mind. So then it's okay. I say, get the money. Obi in time you drink, you come back. I don't care. So long as we still have that vibe, you know? Yeah. So that thing kept going on. Like, okay, in short, nditaonena kuti, and to some ndikonda the me that I am. They loved the things that I hide. You get it? Yeah. So to me, I was like, okay, I was buying attention. I was buying love. Munanditelo for you to understand. You get it? So that thing kept going on. By a boy, you know that thing. I was young and the maswa guti. My brother sanga ndipanga izizi. But then, even if ka 2 minutes kaka comfort my peso kwa ineyo, it means a lot. Unlike ndiyakale kwa to watching TV in my room, you know? That thing. So after him, we lost touch. And then I've dated some guys, and then they came this guy. And they didn't go target from 3. You watch you get from 2. You know, I was a bit matured. You know, I'm to do what back of 4. You know, you get from 2. So I'm like, the age in the most. So I noticed that guy used to come, window banga, what should I buy for you? Pastor music, buy me this, ne pass in Ramadan. Cause cinema to look. We started being close. Yeah. And then we started dating. So at first, it was that thing whereby, you know, getting to know each other, right? So with time, I realized, this guy also sakundikonda ineyo, you know? So I had no choice. I loved the guy. Like, I tried. I remember he once told me that, "Tis, you changed me." He didn't magonda guys. Like, he's that guy whereby no nigga bueno. So by campus paja, he would challenge his friends goody. This kind of thing. Yeah. So Adam Badia, because then the things about life. I was like, you know what, in the back of 4. I know some of the things that you don't know. We're talking from 2. So looking at family, there are 3 boys, and he's the firstborn. So my mom was like, when you are the firstborn, because I'm the lastborn. You see? So to Kusiana, the same age, one of my responsibilities, Ndosiana. You know? So Zaka kuma pita. Zaka pita vizuri kachukua nikajasibiga kakusiga. Kuma inenda I'm stuck. Like, I had people coming to me telling me, "You will leave this guy." Sama wonder. Kono idea order kasa kundiwonda ba 1 baka ba 30. Mangara kundiwonda 2 days in again. Then makaka mina 2 days kaja cause kwa ni wona kuti wow, I think you know that thing, right? I was like, inekwa to see my business, the comfort that this guy akundibasa, you know? So nepeza tipaja anandizuluwira that nimatango figure kwao, maybe I'm in tears. Ndangamba kama azwa kuti, oh, Chisu is going through this. I mean, at school, because my car is just good. Maybe I'm putting on good shoes. So, and some as you know, I have money. People think when you have money, you have happiness. You see, they think money is everything. So, and compare with my friends, they thought I'm good. So, I had this other friend at school. She's in South Africa. I don't know where exactly. I'm a break time area. We should eat together, right? Akapanga pack her food. I would check in a bag, in a same container. I want to say a thing. If you get it, I might get if I'm not around. If I'm around, Mr. Cress she's somewhere with her friends. When it's break time, I'm aware to teach with the you know that thing? There is a joke about daja. Zafika no pare ineoso from a ready for that night. She used to come home and I be like, I'm like, yeah, you can cook. Yes, I'll cook. Pick up. Tomorrow I'll hear and to tell me good. And I do so I was like, This is just food, you know. Why now I was enjoying the exactly. I mean, that's why it was all about Tima Mujira. You see, so in Madaba Kuti, your mom loves you. I'm a gulira those fashion clothes and shoes. So much jumba give me bullets. You always put in time. I'm gonna pass the money for all this and not giving you money for ranch at school. Who does that? You know? So I kept quiet. I was like, why now you're giving somebody when I'm giving you, okay, I'll give you an example, not Zimbabwe, like the way those agents transact, the Airtel money thing. When they do the transaction, commissioner in my lower pompo. They don't mind what you're doing with the money. To them, when you panga the commission, but then they wait till my thing to claim my commission ajed. That's the same thing with giving. If you're giving muntu ndintima osi, you're claiming the blessing pompo panga tab blessing pompo. It's coming to you. You get it? We know jagaga kauda akupangira jani. Kama we pompo if you're giving somebody something ndintima osi, you're getting that blessing. So now in makubi as mesos. That if I'm giving you my lunch, that's a blessing, my dear. You get it? And I won't claim it pamene bobo. You see me years thinking look at her life. But then someday I will get all those blessings. And when they come, it'll be a bang. You see? So I never care about people. That boyfriend may just do you. You get it? But then I always wait. Because I don't believe in a 50-50 relationship, 50-50 love, even if it's a friendship. I don't believe in a 50-50 thing. You can be depressed today. I might be okay. Sitibanga vibe jimos. So I don't care texting you today. You nipanga boutique tomorrow. I'll even text you. You see? Because until we're grown ups, we deal with other issues. Things, yeah. If you're staying alone, to you it's just cooking and all that. If I'm staying with my parents, maybe I have a kid. Pressure ya tundia ya iweyo ndiyo siana. So there's that thing. Like I don't care. You see? Maybe today Sandy go on. That some day is that you know that thing. Yeah. So we kept going on. Like I can say goody. Of course he dumped me. And I was more depressed, right? He dumped me last year in July. Komano, to take you back, I can say in the relationship, yeah, about 5 years. I can say goody he's that bad. He dumped me. Ndina balalika. Like I lost hope. You see? Komano, I wouldn't say goody the guy is bad. Because there was the time whereby I told the guy I could listen to die. I was like, once I give birth, I don't care. This one will be my friend. You see? I was like, I have a brother. This one will be my brother. I have 2 sisters. But this one will be my sister. I have a mom and dad. But this one I come. You know that thing? Yeah. So, I can't say what. So soon to find Dinini. You get it? Komano, that was the only time whereby Anandonisa Jukoni because he told his parents that wherever Tis will go, I will go. I don't know I can't wherever I go, he will go. Because whenever you see? So that was Mazulu. I caught my sister, I'm a kind Mamunago Chilimba. We went there. We spent the night at my sister's place. In the morning, and I went home. You see? So to me, that was I don't know. Should I call it love or obsession? I don't know. You can be with somebody through thin and thick. You get it? Things were hard. And it didn't mean fun. That wasn't to kuti. When one is pregnant, and someone going on a quankers with Jody, they don't know what the pressure comes from. You see? You can be depressed. You can be mentally because you're pregnant. Maybe your career or what people will talk, society will judge. The same way you're thinking society will judge, the same way that guy is also thinking society will what? Will judge. Because we all get judged. You get it? So in there, it was that moment that I realized that I think this guy loves me. You know? Because Zikachitiga is also, he was telling me that you're gonna be fine, you know? At some point, I believe like some words, but like I told you, we never had money, you know? Come him telling me that wherever this will go. Then okay, I think I have somebody, you know? Somebody who has my back. Because by then, Ines, I lost hope in myself. You see? So.
Okay, talking about your pregnancy. So you're dating this guy and you felt pregnant. what was the reaction of your family? Because your story is a story that looks like your family, you're not that close, and probably you found happiness in the friends, like a boyfriend and whatnot.
Exactly.
When they realized that you're pregnant, what was the mood like, and what happened?
Funny thing is, I was happy. I don't know. I never had money. I never had even a plan. Could when I give birth, I'm gonna do this. This is the way you people plan, like having those the old mutual thing. I never had that. To me, I was excited. Like I have somebody that I can talk to. You know that thing the men gaganizene. You see, so at home, kwathu anagwiya because angagwiya unenda kusangalala. So they were like, "How stupid are you? You have nothing, and then you seem so excited that you're pregnant." And to make matters worse, how pasa mimba muli class imos, no say age imos. You see, so my mom was married, my dad also. You see, and then to me, I was like, I don't care. You know, I think I was young, so to me, it was that thing of that good boyfriend of mine. I'm calling, that exactly. So
How old were you?
I was 19.
19.
Yeah, I was 19.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gave birth, and
And the whole member thing, it was hell. I remember napita umuzi, and those pita umuzi kwatu. My sister convinced me, upita kumuzi, that will take care of you. I know deep down my heart, kuri mundu tumiza kuri. You don't want people to be seeing me in the member. Staying kunoko. Then mundu namiza ndipita umuzi. You're gonna do everything. They were telling me, yeah, these are muzazi kuyendera. Things don't go for namiza. So I went there. Naka 2 months. I think it was a month, not 2. I told myself, like, what am I doing here? So I called dad. Okay, so I started off, and then I called dad, like, Dad, I'm coming. Whatever that you want to do, do it. But I am coming. You are my praise, my parents. That's my praise. So when I got Branta, it was hell, my dear. It was, I felt it. Yeah. That stress, I mean by like your parents and even talking to you, it was bad. Yeah, trust me, it was. And when I gave birth, okay. So, ndupita deliver because napita paka local hospital. I like kuchua money. And then I was sent to Queen Elizabeth Hospital. So, some nurse, anafusanzage gudi, what's wrong with this lady? And ujanango na gudi, airway pregnancy. That thing and banga hate. I was 19, but then I looked at him. I was in pain. I was like, of all the ways, why? And my mama was there, so I was like, what a shame, So that thing went my head. And after giving birth, I'll go back to school and I'll prove to you guys that I might seem young, but then I can achieve everything that I want in life over man. You see? So I convince myself that I'll go back to school because of easy. There's no way one would say every pregnancy when I'm 19 and I'm going through pains. And wow, honestly, not very soon in my young. Yeah. So after giving birth, I told my mom doing this for Gamana get 2 months. So my mama said no. So my mom was like, umasanga yala kuti ndi mimba. Ufile kuti mwana ama wawa bwanji. So pita ku school panopa. We are kulekale. You know that thing? I had that anger kuti I want to go back to school. You see? Just to prove to that doctor kuti I'm good. You see? So this is not take I started doing business with my daughter was just 3 months old. So I'd come here, go does my weave and all that, and then go back home. Yeah, we had a show basika money. Yeah, so the boyfriend since the onan. Yeah, onan of thing. Yeah, Makalabi. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you have a kid, you're staying with your family. You have started your business. Mm-hmm. Moving forward from there, what are the things that you have gone through that have have made you pause and say, okay, these are like the things that I'm going through and I'm struggling with? Can you share with me like those things? What are the real things that have been like affecting you
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me take you back. Like one day I was at school and then I decided to get my body inked. As you can see, I have tattoos. Like I'm beating. So I went to the guy and I banged the tights. I go home and my mom started yelling. So I young I'm beating. But then my dad just caught me. I don't remember the words, but then Anandi could. You see? So I went to my room and then I started feeling sorry for myself. Like, Chiso, what have you done? You see, your body's inked. So number my vast long sleeve. Like literally, I started hurting my body. Like nditani.
Why did you decide to do the ink?
I don't know. Ndikangofuna. Okay, I don't know. Ndinama if I tell you what is going on that day. Ndinama. Because it wasn't just once. I think Napita, and then I came. I didn't cry my mom. I went back another day and got more. I see. So that day, my dad said some words. I can't really tell and I can't really call. Komano is not the quotes, right? Yeah. So my was a long sleeve, like madandaura and all that, and the tiny. So one morning, I woke up and and then I look at myself and I'm like, Tisu, you're walling over something that's permanent. You see, these things ain't temporary. No, dandaule, olotani, sizipita. What you have to do now is just be comfortable with, embrace them. You see? So I was like, all right. So number mavala, bunubuino, mind body posel. So someday I had a small fight with my mom, right? And then she started yelling at me. And then she said, that's why I said, man, that I went down. Come on, manyazi. You see your body? Anazinzanga zitijan. Anazanga da bunubuino. You know, those kind of ways. So you see? Like, I was going to convince myself that I can do everything with these ties. And then somebody's telling me that because of... So I told Mama that, no. You ain't proud of me, not because I have tattoos. You're not proud of me because I'm a nobody in the society. Watch me grind, Mama. Watch me strive and make it in life. Have 2 or more companies. They should come to my company, and then as I pick and tell them that dad and mom should one of the boss has tattoos. I'll achieve anything I want in life, Mama, with these tattoos. Now watch me do it. Then I was married, like Sipanatesu, I think some months. And then Sankoka charity youth. It was 145 CCP, Michiru CCP. That is. Yeah. After that, in 2019, I went to HDI, Kabanga Paligo. It was that thing whereby I can't invested in and still now, you see. I'm still having them. Though I'm Abanga fade because of time. You can say because it should have been 2014, 2013. 2014 ndikalikale bet yeah so ari been kuti ndinachivumeleza ndetibwezi ndikumasowa ntindire but then I can say kuti at some point though I told Mama that it's manipanga perfect, you see. I'd sit in a room with my friends and then people look at the tats and you see that the expression kuti andiganizira you see. So I told myself that, you know what, Tisu, with these tats, if you want to make it in life, people will describe you good. You see. But then if you make it in life, people will call your name.
So that you were afraid like that would have been your identity in the society, would it?
Exactly. You see?
Okay. Why was it a big thing? I've seen a lot of people with tattoos. Do you have a tattoo, Bridget?
I do.
Okay. Because I know people get tattoos for like a lot of reasons. And if you're confident enough and because you want to communicate something or you want to remember, you usually like have it like in visible places like for her.
Do you have it?
I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't have a tattoo.
It's not that easy to be accepted in the society.
Okay, I think I had like not matter ink, not ink. You know when we were young, like I know I did a couple of those and I was whipped. I know there's one that shows up. Huh? Okay.
It's not that easy. It's not.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving forward, how is your life now? I think there are several things that we've been talking about. Can you just give us a picture of how is your life? What's going on with your life now? What's happening?
Okay, so Nungopanga recover now.
What are you
From it-
recovering from?
The relationship that I was done last year, like the guy, like the baby died after dating for those years. Okay, so basically the thing is, Tupanga dates, Tafka stage Jyoti, the love was lost. The only thing that kept us going was the baby, you know? Come on with the spark. It was lost, you know? So there's that thing whereby it's mango kangana. You see? There's mango yambana, chani. Already he's doing some, naughty things. Ines I lost like
Was he cheating on you?
a couple times.
Okay, and
But I was still in love with him. I don't know if it was love. I think to me, now I realized that it wasn't love. I was just scared of being alone. I was scared of losing a brother. I was scared of losing a friend. Cause yeah, he wasn't just a boyfriend. To me, he was more like a brother. You see? So I was scared of that. I was scared of me losing somebody that I've been dating for years. And they apparently were dating the same hood. You see? So I can't say that wasn't love. That wasn't love. Because we never had the chance of sitting down and plan for our lives, like having goals, like what are we? Where are we going? You know?
but they have a baby together.
Exactly.
So, whose responsibility was the baby when you have a baby and you have a baby died there and you're there? You're not planning anything. What was your vision? Who were you entrusting to take care of the child?
So this is what happened. Nditamba uguri sazintu pansika. I met a lady. Nebezoenda segula shop. Ndaona soji pasigida shop night, like opposite my shop. So I went there and nampasa money like, welcome, pansika, you know that thing, right? So we started being close. And then she noticed that ndine mwana ndikusamala so ndiliso ndi mwana. So some of the things mandivuta. But then iyanali wankulu. But then she was 27. Ndankantandiza kusamala nda bebuja. Baya mbara nepezoti kaboni kajakamba kukula cause kona ifubi ndi kunsika unlike indi kwatu. So many times majanga bebuja akaje kwao. You see? So they started getting that close. So whenever I'm going kauda chani mwana makaa kwao. Mimi nikapita kumpemba kamba parigo. She said mwana akali kwatu so namsia kwao. So my friend was the one taking care of my baby. Family yako yose by then anali ku South Africa. Akamatumiza mundu they knew kuti ku Malawi mwana watu akusunga mwana wina. So they were sending zinto mene kuchako. And my dad was going there every month and kasiya zinto.
Your dad,
My dad.
not the
Not the boyfriend. The boyfriend,
And where were you staying?
Chilomoni, my friend also, Chilomoni.
Were you staying in your dad's house that time?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So to me, siningafuna zimpanga pressurize. Like I've said, nimamvesisa ukuthi tinali class imos. He's not working. I can't expect to be getting 100K or 200K from somebody car. You see? So to me, I was like, okay, let me be doing this business, Nizam Samaranda, Mana, while she's staying at my friend's place. At some point, I should say, I don't know how to say it. Titapanga moved from Zomba going to Blantyre. We were staying with this guy, and the guy wanted to be raping me. Like I've stayed entire stay without telling my mom. I told my mom this year. Cause I realized that my mom wasn't paying attention to Anna, like Manoa Shistawanga, right? Like she's growing up, you see her walking maybe naked in the house, being crossed, Minako and Cheeto. So I was telling my mom that, you know what? You don't spend time in the hour. They go through a lot, Sanga Kutanini, Sanga Kuzen. I went through this, so I was mad, because of this, you see all these years, Cinema Kuzani, you see? Because Sima Pasan Charity is Utanini. We can sit down with you and we could and the real issues that we have been through and that people are going through. You see? So I taught her everything. You remember this time these things zikafuna zikapangika is, you see? So she's lied. I've been traumatized, you know? So I grew up with that thing of when nikapanga dates, I'm like, is this love? You see? Whenever somebody's loving me, I'm always scared. Like, what if he will disappoint me? You know? Whenever the person is loving me, cinema fila begudi. I don't even appreciate the love. I don't know how to. I don't know how to call it. I don't know what the love feels like. You get it? Yeah. Until now, because ndinapeza nzangoti, I could go through makauza my stories. Some of my friends were even taking advantage of me. That Tisu, whenever Tisu comes here, I'm a dandaula. You know that? Those kind of things? Because ndilibe kumenendinga piti. You get it? So I've had people taking advantage of me. And there are so many. And I know people out there, actually, as well, I did that for. I have people calling me just to ask for favors. And I would do it just to maintain the
Relationship.
friendship. Exactly. Yeah.
And when you face things like those, what do you think is like the right thing to do? Because from this conversation, it's like I think it's something that you've always done when you're a kid. You have talked about your relationships, friendships with other girls that you know that there wasn't really a friendship, but you're just like giving into it because I need to belong. And who you know, they're actually just trying to use you.
Exactly.
Now, as a grown-up person, what's your view? How do you treat situations like that?
Okay, it's not the entire way for me to realize that I think I'm good enough. I shouldn't beg for love and I shouldn't buy love. You see? Because after I was dumped in July, like last year. Yeah, I called the baby dad with another lady and he said, Tisu, okay, he called me Matania. In the Matania, this is my new wife. You know, that thing. So it was that thing whereby it's not entire good in the formula, is it? Like after that, I went to his parents' house. And let me tell you the funny thing is, this out he's with the lady. Now it's a good thing. Okay, so you know what? I was because when I'm Mazuru, we went somewhere with my sister, come on, our friend. Bye. So there we had some drinks. So my sister said, "You're drunk, Tisu. Don't go home. You spend a night, watch." But then she was staying in my Shinjiri. So I woke up at 12 midnight. Something said, go to his house. He's with somebody. You see? So this is nanyamuke kwa nzanga uja. My sister caught the guy amutenge Tisu. And he said, you see? But something told me kuti akunama. So I went to his place and then he told the taxi driver, like, come see mwana mutenga. Yeah, you are this guy. No. You know me very well. You know me. I drink, yes, cinema kana. Komano, when it comes to those men, okunama. I was with Tio. Tio was my sister, Twangi. I was with Tio and Tio called. Unanama utupita uti? Yeah, so I knew kuti there must be somebody. So I went there and I realized that indeed there's somebody with some pairs of shoes, some bed sheets, some bags. This lady's here to stay. Maybe for a week or so. So I started yelling at the guy. I was drunk, I was mad. You know, that thing of I wasn't okay. I saw it coming. Siningana megudi sinimembegezela at some point into some pizani maziwa. Komano sinimembegezela zingajitike the way
it happened.
Exactly. So I was lost. And then Anyamuga, the very same night, Kujoka, I destroyed everything. If I tell you I acted in a very good mind and dinama, I destroyed everything from kite, clothes, shoes.
Now, what?
Ndimangamba everything. Ndimangamba, so you know when you take a denim jacket, utagingamba wina business like to panga fixed. I was like, no. I'll be destroying this. Good, even if you get the shoe and the other one, so do you fix this? I don't care, guys. This is not Grandiwe, guys. The lady, guys, me. So imagine the wow is because I think 4 days back, and was a kuti. Ndimaseka tsekuta galimoto. then ndaphwanya phone. So the money imenduka chenga kulongwe, I'll buy a phone. I was like, yeah, it's okay. Business amabanga, you need a phone, a smartphone. So it's okay. So I was shocked the day tukukangana the already said tabwesa ndusungire phone imene nagulirayo. You see? So I was like, you said live in Ram. Now you're telling me, because Ram and we were like, I told them, could you give me some money? I should start business. Like, yeah, I should boost the business that I was doing by then. You know, to museum one. So he told me I'll get a phone. So I was like, it's okay. Next thing they won't faculty, they must say phone me that. So I destroyed everything. Everything from Chili Jersey that I laid my hands on. And in the morning I took a taxi, picked up out your money. I explained the issue. Wow. You see? So ankandi menya. See, we made just a good wow, tatuba mutu, chani, and then I started explaining the whole ish. Wow. You know that thing? So I went to my friend's place. Can I go 3 days later? And so they started posting each other with the lady and all that. So what's she saying? I know this guy. I've been with them for years. I know him. You see? Some people but then I know my weaknesses. You know, because to me, not lose that stage of kumusia. It was that thing of okay, I'll grow old with this guy. I'll invest with this guy. I'll build an empire with this guy. You know, and then so I was like, after everything, you see, or even if how will I move on? You know that thing. So I don't want tease. I want my new wife. You see? So it was a thing whereby I had no choice but to accept the rejection. I went back to my friend's place. So I was like, okay, this guy, we've been dating here in Brantford, doing everything here in Brantford. People know us. People know we've been dating. So now he is with a new lady. How will I handle the situation? Because if I compete with this guy, see Guida, I need to go back home. So I called mom. Find the baby. I need to do school. So she said, I'm coming on Friday. I'll pick you up. I was Antenga. So, you know, I grew up in Brantaya. That's hood whereby 5 minutes, 10, in town. So from there, I'm going to Mitundu because my mom makes squish pata Mitundu. I'm going to Mitundu, away from town. While weka, I was depressed. You see? So I would cry. You know, is this me? You know, going through all this. So a week later, Aunt Bizia, my local exploit, I started doing procurement. My mom has always wanted me to do procurement because my wait sister was doing the very same course. So, let your school, Guja. You know, I'll be in the classroom. The lecturer is doing everything. I'm looking at my friend. But every couple I see in town, like, people are enjoying. I think I'm missing out, you know? When you see people smiling, you're like, will I ever smile? You know? I lost, like, hope in myself. I was like, why am I doing school? You see? So, I was just staying at home. My mom goes there. Just so people do business here in Mtisunge. You know? When I was just listening, I'm going to need to go back to my low slave. You know? So that was in July. I stayed August, September, October, and November 10th, nyumba inaza kumitundu.
Yeah, when?
Yeah. Not ya kwa imetimakala. Yeah. So, ndo chake ya ku break up thing. I'm trying to recover. Nyumba kuyaka. I lost almost all my clothes and shoes in Zanga Suzina. And then we had to go enjoy my diet. I'm a cargo 25 by then. So you can see it was that thing whereby na figure poti muna ndipanga move on, and then I was down, like down. You get it? Figure go 25. I was just staying indoor. They tried everything. My sister said, that wasn't Tiswabeli. I never wanted that. There's a reason why I never wanted Muntu to be part of my moving on thing. Okay, something was telling me that Tisu, once you move on, these people will be telling you, Goody, if it wasn't for us, you get it? If it wasn't for us, Tisu is anyway, So I said no. I told myself that I'll move on. Someday, eventually I'll heal. I don't care how long it might take. It's a year or two, but someday I'll get back on my feet. Nick. So they tried everything. My dad did that. I said no. So I stayed. In my time, I look about gate. Just being a bedroom. And everybody, almost everybody, all my friends, and as well, Chisu has been affected. But I said I don't care. And what I did, I just switched off my phone. You see? Because I never wanted to turn my friends into the unpaid therapists. I was like, since I was young, the mango Peter to when, people get bored. At some point, we all want to have friends whereby exactly. But then you're coming to us, that was also kudandaula. That was just say no. So I was tired with that. So I was like, so I just stayed. I'll get back online. Like. So I told maybe my mom would come to my room, she's killing, and then me and them vapanja with the driver, akuseka. Honestly speaking, I never had the person, my family members, they really cared about my thing. You see? Because black parents don't care about one being dumped. They really do not care. Why? Now crazy through experience. They really do not care. You see? Like what I told you in the first place. They expect you to tell them you're not okay. But you're telling them goody. And I remember I was like, my mama doesn't care, but I'll still tell her. So I told mom that, Mom, he dumped me. Like he's the person like being, a family and raise the daughter together. I'm affected, mom. So she tried, I don't know what to call it. I don't know. But the moving on process wasn't that easy. It wasn't.
Okay, how important do you think it is for parents to open up with their kids, boys, girls, to do when it comes to issues of relationships? Because I think one thing that I've discovered is what you have said, Udi, parents will be concerned about you if you look like you're sick. They'll show concern, they'll try to take care of you. But when it comes to mental health issues, I think is sogoneza. I think for a lot of people, we think maluzi, ngani zandarama, is the key thing that can actually make you depressed and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships, it's always like, why are you exaggerating this? Like, why would you stay in for the why? And we don't have those conversations between parents and children. Why do you think it is important from your own experience that parents should invest time into conversations with their kids to talk about their relationship and things like that?
Okay, to me, I would say it is very important because most of the times relationships are made my banga. The things made my kalam relationships maybe we can get from our parents. You see? And maybe siblings. You get it? Yeah. Because when I say those things, like sometimes we stay in a relationship not necessarily for sex. You reach a point whereby you don't even enjoy the sex thing. Cause maybe macheza. Even those jokes, those silly things, you see? That's why you're in a relationship whereby the guy is not even giving you money, but then you don't care. You see? So those are some of the things you see? Like there are some of the conversations whereby I don't know. But then I feel like it's way more important. Like had it been kuti kwachukuja timamasukirana. You get it? Like my mom kwauza kuti okay, like cause muntu above 18 namakawa nkulu. You see? You can be talking about those sex issues with your daughter. You see? But
do you think Malawian parents talk?
Some do.
Are there homes that people are like really open to talk about?
Some do, exactly. Some do open up. You see? Some do open up. Yeah. Like in a community nasia manangai. You see? It's a family, my Muslims. You see, the only that friend of mine, the Christian, kuma kwa Muslims, kuma ama masuka. You see? Yeah, when I say kumasuka, okay, black parents, I think amona ngataka masuka. I don't know. Kamona ngati kuti akuze formation ya mbili. Iwe so umasuka. I don't know how to put it. So, but to me, I feel like amachilakwira. You see? Because some of the decisions that I made, had it been to Masukiana with my sister, my mom, and my dad, zina sindikana banga. You get it? Had it been ka comfort kaja kama bwela kwatu, zintu sina sibezi zikuchitika. You understand?
In your situation, you're going through all these things and whatnot. You locked up in your room for months. What was going in your head? What decisions did you make in that particular period? What are some of the worst things that you thought about?
So when I started in November, right? We have moved from Mitundu to Bitaku 25. Unfortunately, in episode, my brother, the only brother that I have, somehow mentally he's not okay. I don't know Vujimakajan. I don't know if it's depression or what. Nice, so I'm a car at some point. Jamba, he's not okay. Then episode Abuya Kunchito, he was working in Nchinji, or Buya Nchito, he's just smoking, you know? So zinandichirukira, you know. So in my room, in mango car, whatever comes. Like I was hoping myself. I'm nothing. You get it? Because I had ideas. Like, okay, I'm in Branta here, I will establish my business and everything, you know, that kind of thing. So their boyfriend was that person where buying. Should I do this? No, don't do that. Do this. Do that. So I was like, I'm here. I'm not going to these those things. You know? So I lost hope. You see? So seeing my daughter, I was like, namulakwira. You see? This kid deserves a good mama, not me. So now, okay, I always tell people that you give what you have. You see? So still because I never had that love in me. You see? So I feel like at some point, you know? You'd wake up one morning and be like, okay, like, so this is what is happening. Like every time I would tell myself, I'll wake up at 5, I'll do the chores, I'll do this. You see, at 5, you're in your bed, you're like, just don't wake up. Just sleep. You know? So kept going on and going on. So I had a lot of things going on in my mind. I had a lot. Yeah.
Ever considered committing suicide?
Yeah. After I saw my brother naked, going more straight, I was like, this is worse. I've lost my sister. My only brother's going through this. My other sister is in Brantire. We don't have that touch. And I'm seeing him naked in the street. I'm like, no.
He went into the streets.
I was like, no. So what I did was, because dad used to come to my room and pass my like drama, right? But when I have money, I'll be happy. So I was having money. So I was like, let me just end my life. So I called my cousin of mine. You see? So I would take about 50 pills per month. Not no. 50 to 60 per month. I shouldn't wake up. I would sleep 2 hours later and I'm not even feeling dizzy. I'm like, what's going on? You see? So my mom works like I've said. So I would go to her room and take and take from capsules, from what, and drink and force myself to sleep and see yourself kuzukabi. And nothing is happening. I did that for like maybe more than 6 or 7 times. And then I told myself, like, you know what, Tis? I think you have something to do. Like, this ain't how your journey will end. No matter how hard you try to end your life. I think Cindy. I think God has something for me, you see? So I was like, Tisu, after everything, this is how you want to end. Look at your daughter. Look at your dad, you know?
Where's your daughter now?
At home.
At home?
Mm-hmm.
In 25?
No. We moved from 25 to area 10. So she's home. I stay with her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you staying with right now?
My parents, my brother, and my sister.
And what's the condition of your brother now? Is he the one that you said?
Yeah. So after that, in December, napita naye ku St. John's rehab, ku 43 kuja. He stayed there for like a week or two, and then he came back. And I had some months, come of night shield, and then he got a job, internship. He only worked for like a week, and then he came back saying, "Segundi sangalas, been cheat, more calm office." 3 days later, he got a job with some NGO. He was supposed to report on Monday to Zomba, and then move to Mwanza. And I put on signed him on Monday around 2, he was back. Why? I just think mind disengaging. You know, saying all the story. So he stayed and said, so like smoking every day. That's just that. So you see those things that
Okay, so in your time when you were going through all these things, did you ever do drugs to find like closure or anything like that?
okay, so this other day I woke up and I was like, okay, today let me take a walk. So now in that nafika some bar with 25 with just some liquor store. So okay. There was a shop, Pafubi Ndipakwat. Kangolo Kanjanji, there's a small shop. So I used to go there and drink, and go back home. So I realized, okay, what one as well could this way and bakuma. You see? Because there was a data, I would take some of the bottles and kuma kwat. Because so never when I'm drunk, I would be happy, you know? So I was like, so can I smile? So I think this is life. You get it? So I started doing that like each and every day. I'd wake up, the all the chores, when I'm dying, I'd go Bamwapaja. That was my thing. Almost every day. The owner of the shop usually this will come. You see? But that thing kept going on. Kunyumbata zero, I was like, no. Something will happen. So nothing has spot. I used to drink Penavagi. So it was each and every day. Then my spirits. Like I would drink masana, kugona in the morning with the hangovers. Kumas. So someday I woke up and blood was oozing. You know? So I was like, I tried to breathe. No, Naguti. I'm not okay. So I called my cousin, like, the pikile parasugomono. So he did that. So we were staying with the driver by then. Then Mamuzo didn't get more. So we'd go there. So Mamuzo nyumba, don't tell Ali is sick. So sometimes I would go. So I would drink. I remember and Pasago bottle la wine. Could I'm the only customer. I made them more 10 days nilo. So I would do it. I had nothing to do because school was in my pizza. You know, the only thing that I was doing was more. Is it in 25? So in my day. People knew good Tisu comes here. I'm a day. Then the mama day. So I changed. So and then I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm tired. I'm taking my spirits can be. I am tired. I need prayers. That was around not 7, 8. We drove from 25 for some prayers and they prayed for me. And then I go back home, but then I couldn't stop. And I kept drinking. You see? To the point that they taught me, Kudi, you are not okay. Ukuma kwambili. You see? And they can't vote. So to me, I was like, okay, maybe because of the spirits. Maybe the bread is oozing because of the spirits. Let me change. So I changed from spirits to ciders. Then the mama. To the point where breathing is jagmaganika. So I would tell myself, I'm okay. I'm not okay. Ndiku tanka dimu, but then I can't stop. So nabida go scanning ku KCH with my mom. I know Nisa good is some part of me, good gas, so gamba good is becoming dark. Worse. But then I couldn't stop worse. So now what Jerry said great kids, I would drink after some days, I would do what come on na figure point to Jody. But Rajini Jenny day I could finish.
Wow.
Because also I'm also band hangover, and then we change the hangover. in the morning, I would still clean for my and in on reserve sin magono picture at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. with Andizuka. On the kind of so time 3 a.m. I wake up and go to the living room and talk with my dad. You see? So that thing kept going on. And I met some doctor, who 25. He's a Nigerian. And man was like, you know what? You're taking inhaler and all that. When we're looking at your condition, you're going to sit down and your liver is going to get. You need to go for a major scanning. So I'm like, should I go home and tell my mom that after everything, now after the asthma thing, the asthma and everything, now it's liver because of alcohol. So till now, I haven't told my mom. But then that's what the doctor said. So you can see Goody.
So you haven't yet gone to the hospital after that?
I don't want to be told, Goody, I'm not okay. I know I'm not okay, but then I don't want somebody to tell me that you're not okay. I don't want. So till now, I'm just keeping the passport right at home. Till now. Sinapite, I haven't told my mama yet. No car.
Right now, as we're talking, because like I said, for me to know you was because of Blakjack, and there were things that he explained. But when I met you, that's why I'm kind of confused, and that's why I found interested in like bringing you so we can have this conversation, because I know I've gone through phases where I was depressed, and I think I was suicidal or things like those. And every time I tell people, they don't remember that time, because when I'm out, I was like really this jovial, happy person, and when I explained to people, I was depressed. Period. People don't get it, and for me, I got the same vibe from you. Like, you know, many I think
Tisu looks okay.
Yeah. So, what can you say about how you feel right now? If you're telling me now, Goody, you still have that diagnosis that you need to go for a scan and all this. Okay, what's your life like, Panova? Are you still drinking? Are you depressed? Do you need help, or are you okay? Like,
okay, so basically, what I can say is that don't lash the healing process. Let your body heal. Let your mind heal. Let your soul heal. You see? Now, I was in Blantyre. I came here. I had that.
When did you move from Blantyre to Lilongwe?
It was in July.
July this year.
No, last year. Yeah,
okay.
after getting dumped.
Yeah.
Healing is just that peace of mind. You see? Because now take it like I'm new here in Eros. So now to be a guy. You see? Good this that comfort. Because I still have those wounds. Now a guy my free good
you are not.
You see? But because I really need comfort, wow.
I just need to be here, which was.
So there were two things involved. Either me hating the new guy or the new guy hating me
more.
You see? So I was afraid of that. So I took time. Then I cut off friend for like 6 months. You see that period? Somebody would do unani. And I would post anything just silly on my status, and people would comment. I said no. Because I've seen people, I'm gonna force the healing. That you see them smiling today, and then when you wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
Because they don't speak out. I was like, no, I don't care the society, the why judging me. I will move on. So because though I was drinking, I think in meeting new people, you go Kumoa, you're drinking.
It's always a happy place. They're always happy people. They all hang their problems about Como.
They don't know my story. So it was me telling them the new me. You see? As in them picture me. You see? So because ni masangalala, when I'm drinking, people were like, Jisundo sangalala.
There have been a lot of stories of people committing suicide, people killing themselves, all sorts of that. Like this week, a guy in Bangwe,
the dance
artist, and whatnot. This is like a very vibrant guy, and it was always people. And it always looked more. So they were always like with him in these drinking spaces, he was happy and whatnot. And he killed himself. He died and left his note behind. But Simon Hodi, I think people are not called Adaj, I mean, is going through this or that.
So, in here, I've been through like the depression thing. I'll tell you why. As my and then they get depressed. I'm be like Nyamata like him. I will tell you good mutasana zipi. Mutamana zipi and depression. Asana zipi. He called somebody. He has been texting somebody. Kuda mutandizi. Sama mutandizi. I've had my situations whereby I would tell my friend about my home situation to a point where you're too emotional. Singamangurambaza one. You get it? Listen, I mean, do you know why I called Blakjack that day? Did required to some day, I had a phone. Niwangupanga YouTube. And then nyimbo ya suffix ya droning.
Droning, yeah.
So I was listening to that song. I was like, wow, you see? So seeing him, kutwa mataniza and had depression and bilimbili, I looked for his number in Nairobi. I wanted to call him, Kudi. We should have a child. Like, I really wanted to talk to somebody. Because I could, okay, if I talk to someone or someone just listening to my story, or I send any help, but then I'll feel
okay. Would you address that your sajina engagement?
So I call him that day and Zoguti. Ndipita Branta, call me tomorrow around 6, 7. I called the next day and I'm driving. Ndipita Branta. I'm having a show. I'll call you. He didn't call me. I called. So I was planning on 17th on my daughter's birthday to have lunch with the street kids and address the media about the depression thing. So I called, okay, so natenga namba ya Blakjack from my friend, Brad. Yeah, so and basa I called Blakjack. Namuza kuti. Pri event so ndofuna undi tandize. Because I'm going through a lot, so I'm trying number and I'm going through my issues hour. You see? So Andu's okay, it's an amuzi. Andu's you can talk to me. Suffix kunama. He has a show, so Alichani, Ali busy. But you can talk to me. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, you can talk to me. I'm not busy. You can talk anytime. I can make time for you. Just tell me. So I was like, all right. So I started telling him everything. So to me, and I'm gonna do Zaguti. Okay, Tis, you know what? From your story, and it seems like you are a good person, and seems like you've done enough for yourself. For now, stop praying for yourself. Start praying for your brother, in your mom, in your sister. Pray for your family, because I can tell you, Guti, why too? We grew up under Chikondi, so now Chikondi Jajukusowa cause my sister. And I'm living 3 months. Till now, my mom is
disturbed and confused because of that situation.
Yeah. And now the second born, Sawbanga Jesus, since he graduated in 2015. So I get when she do over 6 months. So you can see a mother, you see? So, and to Ifeyo as in kunyumba tibembekeza uti comfort majuya kwambiri kwanzima not the dad.
Yeah.
We expect the dad to be providing the money and everything. Kumuna tibembekeza comfort from
like the
mother.
woman.
So when the woman is depressed, everything is messed up. You see? So currently I can say Guti, my mom is also not okay. But the problem with Africans, Sinabanga prioritize mental.
We think if you have good money, if you are healthy, sugumva mimba marungo, zinas it's like a secondary thing. You can't sit down and try to seek unless Mutakadu is running around naked and in the streets. That's when we actually say, "Oh, tintenge muntu to be good." But I think when we're in a situation where we still feel like somehow I think this in her something like that.
And when somebody like the brother gets good, he smokes jamba. We just say jamba. Sitima fusa good for him to start jamba. For one to start that. A lot of people boy magic.
Yeah.
The reason why I can't be jamba na brother wanget what comes mind manga, he's the only guy I got, you see. So and ngaramea amakula that life of wamuna eka. You see? They go to secondary school, you get teased, you go kwa body master and everything, you report yourself. But then once you go to those government colleges, there's nothing like that. So, and to adjust the kind of confidence, they are taught to be smoking. So this is what usually happens. If you are a stoner, you tell me to be smoking once a day, kumbali kwa iwe ndizikasuta kawiri. Someday ndikapanga katatu. Kuli ndikupitirire, kuli ndifike level kuti kuli ndikapanga katatu zikhala banje. So a lot of kids akapita kwa kuja, they're always indoor. Makulu amangu kuti they're okay. They go to school, amangu suta chamba. They come home, they're okay. Come fourth year, abanga graduate, they're home. Kuli beso kapanga zimezi jaso. So by and by they feel like, I think no one didn't go masuka. I don't care what mama will say. Ndamba kusuta. So adabakuti within a year or two, they're like amuloads. No. Fufuzan.
You didn't give them time when they needed to listen to you.
Simma panga monitor when they come during the holidays. Kwafusa what's going on the journey, because when you have a kid, right? School. The way the kid is looking, you can tell kuti sama na ku school. But then when you're grown up, makolo they won't ask you. Black parents sama masuka. I don't know kuti if I should use the way sama masuka. The other thing is, I'll give you an example. Some of the friends that you had ku school, ameneko kumoninga kwa ndrama. Usapange notice kuti kwa ngosauka amabalalika.
Yeah.
You see? We have people mboma muja ota akuba ndrama zija, but then they don't tell ana wa ndrama zindikuba. They do my legal businesses, they don't tell akazao kapina na ndrama zindimaba. So anaja live that lavish life. They get everything they want. They go holidays abroad.
They grow ndika attitude goti ndrama zimapeze.
How
we don't know
we don't know. You see? Pamene amakolo jama zoti kuma I knew if akangondipanga twice akandranda you be. So once amba kufufuzidwa muja, mchito akangotsa makolo awo umona kuti
life like literally just turns around.
First month agulisa PC, awuzanzawo kuti inaonongeka, daruge a new one, then phone, then school. You see a kid ajoka ku St. Andrews awapita mwina kuchichili. Society start judging. Apa ngabwanji first anzake aja. Amamba kuuza ma drugs. You see anthu ngalamene ajawa bezoti kwawo ngati kukuvutika mwanomva kuti asauka. And wapanga mwina misala. And then the wife starts saying kuti androdzera mwana. No. Kids don't understand what's really going on in the family. They are not told. Kumene kukuchokera ndrama zija. I can't say why they are not told. Because
I think that's an issue that we need to tackle. Okay, if we're now becoming, you have a kid now, we are becoming parents. I think these are things that we need to learn from how our parents did not do those things for us. We need now to start taking care of our kids, being the friend. I like the way you put it, Woody. When you are expecting your baby, you say, this is going to be my brother, it's going to be my sister, it's going to be my friend. I hope you treat the kid that way. Do you?
Okay, so like I've said, Kudi, you don't give what you don't have. Yeah. Nafika point Jody, sin mamusamala baby. You get it? Nebena in Chito. You see? And there was a point where she looked at me and said, yeah. is the place where she used. Yeah. So now that I recovered, ndima mukonda kwa mbili, because I'm always like, ndinkamula kwira. You get it? So at some points I feel like mwina soni zimpanga spell, because I'm giving her too much love. Imendufuna ndibwezele seguti. Asamandi dandaule. It wasn't me, dear. You know, I still love you. Your mama wasn't okay, but I'm here and I love you. So I don't know if you're getting the point. Okay.
I remember when we were talking to Shoya Suffix. Yeah, Shoya Suffix. You were trying to do something for the kid on her birthday.
On 17th.
On the 17th of October?
Yeah.
How did the birthday go?
Okay, so this was the prime. I realized that those street kids, Kwambi and Tumakandi, that campaign of Tikachosiana Street, say Makom. You don't really figure out some of those street kids are in the Makolo. I'll give you an example. A friend of mine, Tia Katundu, lost Raspona 2 months ago. Kumbo. You know? He grew up and maga na bwino life bwino I think number is it South Africa yeah sabu bwino zicha you see kumba nangamba kutawa makamu straight they tried everything prayers counseling kumba matawabu you see amachoka kwa bwino kwakhala muchani mu street you see so you know life ya mu street kujesa kabu samalida chani unfortunately kumbo wamalila 2 months ago so kumbo asana malile anapanga narrate story yokuti there was this other lady waku nyambadwe amalo antao ni muja ndikumagona ma street kids aja
like a woman
ama pita mu street kumakagona ndi ma street kids aja kumatenga and then they go somewhere kwagona now
when you say kugona you're talking about having
sex yes what? And then amakatenga ma sperm aja and use them for makwala
what
you see so ana jambe zura kudwala ena mwina hapa samatenda wachani kwa futi ndi ana they have nowhere to go so even if atakara kudwala chani sanga ganize kuti after this I need to go to the hospital and get pep and get makwala for syphilis and everything you see Kumbo died 2 months ago so zima ndiwawa cause ndakandupidwa kamona Kumbo kuchipatala Kumbo apezota akachira abwelera some street Tia tried everything you see and timena kuti kuma 10 minutes bakambia kuti kuma Kumbo takazamwalira kumuliro wake uzabwera anthu kumota nthawi mwana mu street muja you know you see so that's what happened mwana kwa Kumbo nesinakwanise kupita kuma I told Tia that you tried because then afika stage jodi machita kumusambisa Kumbo amadwala and ineyo because of Kumbo si brother wanga kona mona ngati mwana wakwatu to the point that nimena kuti I did parawigoyoka but I was tell myself kuti I would die a happy woman nikaza fakulty I'm a lawyer or judge so I don't care how long it takes someday I'll be a lawyer and I'll fight for my rights and Hamina Jao so imagine if Kumbo died we don't know what happened to that woman and Hamina Jao I'm panga past those time people take advantage of those kids. No matter kaya how bad the situation in Gauneki, nobody has a right to take advantage of those kids. You see? They were raped penavagi. And those men are so intentionally they are lit somewhere through those kids. And those kids are going downtown like the way they're working. That's aside. Ana mena jao some of them amakani ma step mwina died and even makula wo I've seen stories of makula wo kufuna magwirira ana and they went mwene kujago just to see kuti mwina bwana ndikale kunoku kandi zigona pasi kandi stand but then I can go back home
because of the trauma and the abuse
the past though you see so this is what happens you go straight like there's this other issue ya Casper ndenga street kid ganduka sambisa and after some months anabwerera you can't take mwana mu street mujura kamo 4-5 years nazuwira tani kutani ndikuntenga mpesa ku area 10 ndikupanga expect kula akakhala mene akukhalira anako no you see those kids are tengile they need counseling why kulima places like VCT kuja where people go for counseling free counseling bwanji my rehabilitation center alodura we have this guy called is it Choza Bandawe?
Yeah, Choza.
You see? Munta afunula kind session with Choza because I did get 2 or 3 months. So imagine I'm depressed today. Did he get 2 months? Why can't government ikalendi maloti one just go and say good I'm not okay? Kushipatala kuja ma doctors azichifusa kuti ndikumva mutu koma osindike kuti mutu kundowa wazipanga prescribe mutu wina Panadol you see? You go to a hospital once you say maswa kuwawa to them you need my drugs. They don't know good depression it affects everything. I was telling a friend kuti ngozuma chitika zema bus hour the drivers are careless. No. Everybody's going through a lot. Even if uzakwele bus jeka matours ka kwezi and ask kuti nosema noma mu bus mukuchokera kutani. Alisa fotokoze realize kuti mwe ndanthabiro kamene akuchokera kwa bwino akupita kwa bwino mentally they are okay. So I'm meaning you go to bus you don't even know where you're going. Mundikapeza chani ndasiya chani is this working? Then you expect the driver to be okay.
That's deep.
Exactly.
That's deep. Like
you see?
I think we have never thought about really and how many
the happiness pogona okay let me give you an example and they get raped right So you take them, ukapitisa kwanu, iwe makhala kunchito, amuna kamakhala pakhomo. Do you expect that child amene ankagwiridwa to feel comfortable in your house?
No.
When uli kunchito?
No.
Amuna kabwera pa lunch?
No.
You see?
They'll still be thinking, "Ish, kodi ababa sina bwe kudzadzibereka ndekha ababa like."
You see?
So
People don't care.
Yeah.
Rich are people. I mean, there's no way one wake up and say, "Do I go to basi just say dibange ngozi ndiduke mendo nitani." Everybody's stressed. We need marriage. I mean, you can just go. Also, those pages that napempewa mpandaja. It's that time to review my identity. Because you're telling you, ukulemba your sensitive issues. Why would I come and reveal my identity telling you my I'm just I wish ndiga namuuza solution. Koma ndimuuza bwanji because ndiga na papa.
And when abwera akamba zawo.
They will judge. You know, people have stories in manyumbamu. Koma they always like, ndiga nina. If I speak out, ndo nonga position ya bambanga ija. What will my mom say? Kuchechi kuja. Amunanga mandizuza. But if I speak out, and kuchecha zirijani, just anchido. That's why people are going through a lot. And not only women, even men. Men are going through a lot. You'd see usually many sama mwaja. They'll reach 60. What's the banga retire? Not kuda funa ndrama zija. Mefoti kunchito numina makacheza ndazi nzao.
Safuna zikhala kunyumba.
They know if they retire, akafansanga at home. They'd rather go to work. Kaja chinangwa for lunch. They don't care.
Wow.
You see?
Okay, I think we're above time. I'll still go back to the story of your kid. So we have talked about these street kids because the plan was you're gonna have lunch on with some street kids and whatnot. Did that happen?
It didn't.
It didn't.
Yeah.
We also talked about your wish that day. You said you wanted Ellie and Njuchi to come and surprise your daughter.
My daughter.
How did that go?
Wow. So the thing is, I posted, Kuti, like manager again. So people said Prince. So namlembia Prince. Like Funa Ellie. Like I wanted that simple thing, you know, with a cake, school girl, like yeah. I didn't know good Mother's Day car-holiday. So I was like, go figure Kupetia. They have the basketball courts with your cake. Guy, just just a selfie. You and my kid. Kasanga kamwana kanga. You see? So Andrew's already it's $1 million.
1 million
Malawi
kwacha.
So namuzari
to present the cake to
my daughter. Yeah. So namuzari no. I don't want something big. You know, just a small thing, you know?
Do you know how much Ellie charges for performance, live performance?
Live performance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We need to find out because if just coming to present a cake charges 1 million, I think his live performance should be very, very expensive.
See? So after that, namuzuti no. Nanduza kuti. Iwe ukwanisa bwanja said no. Era is your artist. There's no way I would charge. Jabwino ndichoseleni kwambili. Ningofuna a simple thing. Ndiye anduza kuti. What about accommodation? I was like, siso zachedwa. Or for 10 minutes. Chabwino nizampangiro 10 tickets. From Fanuzora is in Branta. Chabwino 10 tickets. The 10 tickets from Tulilonge to Branta. I knew could see Kandra Mayambirimbi. You see? Bas. Anduza
kuti. Coach?
No. Air ticket.
Oh, you offered an air ticket?
I offered an air ticket. I was like, I'll do this for my daughter. Let's say the time that Sinin Kampangia Zabuno Sija, the time I was depressed.
Trying to show love.
Yeah, because birthday last year, in Ashtiga good, you know, July I've been dumped. So like August, September, October, Manas Nagule even a cake. But I made Josi. You see? So I was like, no. This year, Alice budget kanga go the things that I do my business and go, I would do this for my daughter. You see? So and akaguti kumasama endaika. So nango muzo, you know what? Ewa is your artist. Ukaganiza buno, you get back to me. He never said a word. Tichakumana kushow kuja. I went straight kwa Ellie. Nagamuza kuti, iwe, I'm your fan. Kwa mwana wanga is your number one fan. I tried this. So she was like, really? Tikukambirana. Prince came. Kutafuna zamviri tambina jana. Not to go yima. The way it comes,
what's the discussion about?
Exactly. So I just said meet Prince. So when I said meet Prince was like, Prince thought Guji back had no introduction. So I was like, I also talked to this guy. Like me, I was like, yes, on Facebook. Nakuza is easy. I was like, okay. So when is the function? I'm like, on 17th. Come on, did I see it? Now, one is into me fat bangers. I should have lunch with the street kids. Gugumbukira kumbu.
Yeah.
You see? And listen to their stories. That's what I wanted. And address the media about depression. Because some of the kids are also traumatized. So that's what I wanted. You got me, still call me. We talk. I'm like, man, never just call me. And the person number. Isn't that number A, right? Not a number Prince. I came talk to you, yeah, when Blakjack namuzuri ndikupita, yeah. Ndikupita, I went to Ellie namuzuri I'm leaving. And namuzura Prince says Jankwana Mao. I went. I called Prince tomorrow. He said I'm driving, going back to Brantire. Call me at 12. I knew good after the show they're driving. I called. Till now, and the blacklist. I don't even know, Goody. Like, for a minute, I'm like, is this guy okay? Because after him, Kubanga insists, Goody, we should still talk. It might, didn't give her. You see? And the windows to get my number. And call me tomorrow. And I called, and he said, I'm driving. Call me after 12. I can get my phone till now.
Okay, Prince. This is your message.
Wherever Prince is.
Call her back. Please call her back. She's trying to do this for her daughter. Her daughter is a big fan of Ellie. And please, can you make it up for the daughter? 12. It's enough. Please. I think make it up. We don't.
But then,
yeah.
Calling for the show aside. In front of my name is Amviguti. Why really made him do that? Sankafuna ndi nkwenendi Ellie. Kapena managing Ellie. I'm a friend. Someone nkwenendi Ellie. In front of Mviguti akati managing an artist. Apanga manage Chani ndi Chani. Because the way he came, to give me a pakati to listen to what I was talking to Ellie. That thing only didn't be so good. Managing you. What?
Okay, cool. All right. I think for the sake of time, I've had this conversation. For me, I think this is like a very, very deep conversation. I know these things. They're things that nobody wants to talk about. Depression is a real thing, and we're losing a lot of people due to it. And I salute you for your courage to come here to talk about your personal story. I know a lot of people would be like, but these stories are not stories that are synonymous with popular people, very rich people, and whatnot. It's everybody's stories. It doesn't matter. And thank you so much that you made time to say, let's have this conversation. Open up your house, basically, your life, to everybody who follows this podcast. Thanks a lot to Brigitta Flau, who is with us and is going to be doing the fact checking. We don't want to be presenting Zimzodi Tribe when we're here. So you'll be hearing more of her with her fact checking. And Mr. Kellyon for always being behind the cameras. Yeah! This has been an amazing podcast. You don't know how emotional I am right now. I've been holding my tears through this conversation. But Tisu Nsonti,
Yeah.
thank you so much. And I hope your story helps other people to heal. If you need somebody to talk to about depression, that's how I knew Tisu. Talk to Blakjack. He has got a very, very open arm, big body, open arm. He listens to people. I think is one person that I know really just listens to people and tries to give solutions.
Yeah, and one more thing. What Blakjack told me, like, okay, we might. I was expecting Kutiti Kalapasa and have a long chat. Another day. But then what he said was like, today is your day. Just have fun. He never said anything. Come on, the way Anandrandilila, to everybody. And after I went to Zotanga, you guys, I was like, you were Blakjack, Amakuyangana. So, unnecessary, just to make it up to me, So sometimes I want to tell the world, when somebody wants your time, no matter how busy you are, sometimes you can just tell the person, okay, whatever the story is, you'll be fine. Those words, they mean a lot. You see? Until now, Blakjack, because whenever I'm calling him, Makandi Kulida.
Yeah, that's what he said. Like, every time I talk to this lady, she's crying all the time.
All the time.
We met. We had like a lot of fun. I was like, what happened?
I called him to find the Brant and then the branch. So he was like, Tisu, you sound so Fine, what happened? Namuzodi, you know what? You made me realize that Welling won't solve everything. You know, you made me realize that I'm good, I'm enough. You know, so he listened to my story. He cared about me even as an Andwoni. You see, he's a very busy person. You see, I've contacted a lot of people. Come on, know him. He made me, you know, till now I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm able to vibe with you guys and everything. And you never see me, you know, I'm telling you my story. Somebody, because I'm like getting emotional, but you see, I'm good. From here, we can be talking and I'm not even crying. And I told myself that I'll never cry again. You see, my tears will come down when I'm telling people and I'm smiling. You see, so he did something that even those people I called my people, saga nagwanisa to do that for me. Sit na kale ko pasi kwa even like for 2 hours did jonjo. Kumano, he changed my life. So yeah, Blakjack, get your flowers while you're still breathing.
Get your flowers, Mr. Blakjack
Yeah.
Chekalonda, for the work that you're doing. And
Exactly.
we hope we can have more conversations about this. Conversation that like really changes people's lives on this podcast. Be there again next time when we have something. I think our next podcast is going to be fire. We are turning out around things a little bit. So watch out for the next podcast. It's going to be fire. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Make sure you share this video when you see it. It's going to change somebody's life. And hit the notification bell down there so you get a notification whenever we are back with new content. Your host, Dennis Iman, Brigida Flower. Thank you so much, Tisu.
You're
Peace
welcome
out.
once again.